Welcome to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. As we do a special show with a young man, Jacobi Sebock, you're going to learn more about him. At a young age, he couldn't sweat. But as you can see, he beat all odds. Signed a letter of intent to go play college basketball, one of the better basketball players in the state in 6A. But will he be the next great one, like Sheldon Williams, to get his number retired? Stay tuned as we talk to Jacobi Sebock. We'll be right back after one of our sponsors. Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports.
With 25 years experience in the industry, Line-X Customs OKC is your one-stop shop for all your vehicle accessory needs. Specializing in spray-in liners, lifts, levels, wheels, tires, bed covers, and anything else you need to make your ride look and sound better. Call Eric and the boys at 405-778-8878.
Jacobi Sebock, number 4, small forward from Midland City High School.
Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. On this Friday, get ready for regionals with my man Jacobi Sebock, the outstanding small forward for the Bombers, having a great season. So how's it going, Kobe?
It's going good, doing pretty good.
Okay, you guys going this weekend in the regionals. You'll start the first round off with who?
Santa Fe South. We play them Monday at 8 o'clock here at home.
Okay, Kobe, you know, you're a special story because at a young age, I've known you since you was a little boy, but you're a little chunky thing. Now you're going to this big young man, but you know, at a young age, you couldn't sweat. So tell the listeners that don't know about it, the disease you had.
So I was born with a disorder called hyperhidrotic ectodermal dysplasia. It's a disorder with a bunch of different things to it. You have no sweat glands, you can have no hair, missing teeth, missing fingers, toes, a bunch of other things. But I was blessed that I was only able with no sweat glands, and I have everything else, but I was born without sweat glands. I grew up without them. It was hard, but my parents did a lot of research over the years, and they found this cooling gear that I have to wear while I played sports when I was little. As I was growing up, they dip it in ice cold water, put it on me, then I get in the game. If it got too hot, they would switch it out with another one, and it helped me a lot growing up throughout the years until last year. I was able to play basketball without it for the first time in forever, controlling my body temperature.
Man, that's amazing, Kobe, because like I said, growing up, I remember you playing Little League football for Little Bombers, and you having ice packs, and you know, your mom, which was an outstanding basketball player here at Midland City. Can't talk about your dad because he played for that other team, Carl Albert. But no, as a young age though, man, I mean, you had to go through a lot trying to play sports. And I know at times it was kind of frustrating because you couldn't play the minutes you wanted to play from football to basketball. But as you can see, going into your senior year, you're having an outstanding year, one of the better players in 6A basketball, lead the Bombers in scoring, defense, rebounding. And the thing that you done, you fought all odds, and that gives other people a chance with the same disease as you that, hey, there's a chance that I can go play sports. So, Kobe, I mean, going into your season is almost over. What are the Bombers looking like? I mean, because like I said, you guys right now have done something amazing. You beat Public City West, one of the better teams in 6A, and you guys are a 5A team, and you guys have beaten them twice. So, tell us a little bit about the team this year.
Our team, we came a long way from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. We grew a lot. We started off kind of bad, going 3-5, but now we're 14-7. We only lost 2 games after that, and we've been going on a winning streak. We've gotten way better together as a team, and also individually too.
So tell us some of the players that you know that surround you, you know, around this team, you know, your point guards, your shooting guards. I know you guys lost a great player. He went off and went over to Norman North, but you guys have stepped up and ain't missed a beat. And like I said, going into regionals this weekend, or this week coming Monday, as you know, as one of the hottest teams in 5A. And like I said, it's 5A, folks. It's not 6A. And these guys are out taking care of business against 6A teams. So tell me about some of the players that's on the team.
So we're going to start off with our point guard, Artrez Young. He gets the game going for us. He handles the ball. He pushes the pace. He tells us what to do on the court, where to go. He's our playmaker on the team. He's our floor general, is what we like to call him. He controls the whole game. Then our power forward, Kevon can do anything. He can play outside. He can play inside. He's good at both. He's amazing on defense with his length. He's versatile everywhere around the court. Then our center, Caleb, he didn't get as many minutes at the start of the season, but towards the end, he started getting a lot more. He's doing better. He's getting putbacks, rebounds. He's blocking shots. He's one of our better defenders on the court and one of our better big men on the floor. Then our shooting guard, Ronnie, he handles the ball too a lot, just like Artez. He's one of our drivers who kicks out, drives, puts up shots. He does a little bit of everything too.
Well, I'll tell you right now, man, I know Coach is really excited about what he got going this year. You know, Coach Corky's in his, third year with you guys?
Yes, sir.
And I'm telling you, he's turned his Bomber program around. You know, I know he's tickled to death with what you guys are sitting, like you said, sitting at 14-7. You know, you guys played a tough game against Carl Albert, played a tough game against Dale City. And those two of the teams that's going to be in your way to make it to a 5A state championship. What's it going to take for you guys to knock those teams off?
But you got to lose that all out there on the court. We got to play with our heart. We got to play with our head. We got to keep our head and just keep pushing forward.
Well, Kobe, man, I'm excited what you've done this year. You know, I know you one of the young men that filled out for Keep It 100 scholarship. We appreciate you doing that. But I tell you, what you're doing on the court and off the court is amazing, and that gives a lot of people hope. You know, like you said, the disease you had, and you fought it and have done a great job. And like you said, your mom and dad done a lot of research, so that's great, you know, that they done that. But it gives other people hope that, hey, it can be done. But like I said, I appreciate you coming on Keep It 100, Oklahoma High School Sports, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome back to Keep It 100, Oklahoma High School Sports. Just spoke to Kobe. You know, I'll tell you, man, the disease he's had, man, he's done a lot. I know him growing up as a young man, him fighting that and having to put ice pack on his body to keep cool. But he's fought all odds, and that lets everybody know, hey, it can be done. And a little bit of this is that Bomber magic is what they have over here. So good luck to the Bombers going into regional area, and hope they got a chance to play for a gold ball. We thank you again for always watching a great episode of Keeping It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. Thank you. Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. I'm with head coach, Coach Corky. How you doing today, sir?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Man, it's a pleasure to have you. I know last year when we did this show, man, it was a great hit. So I figured, hey, might as well have the GOAT back of high school. I'm gonna call you the GOAT of high school basketball. Well, Coach, I want to, kind of ask you, going to this year, you guys kind of started off slow, but as you can see, right now, you guys as hot as like Denny's hotcakes. So tell me what the formula's been.
It's the law of the farmer. Your harvest never lies. I think you got to work it. You got to work your crops. You got to water it. You got to fertilize it. Sometimes your harvest doesn't come when you want it to come. And we lost a lot of close games early, and we learned from it. We like to say we failed forward. And, we've just gotten better every day, and we're in a really good spot right now. We like where we're at.
Well, Coach, I tell you, you moved down from, 6A to 5A, but you guys still play the 6A schedule.
Yep.
You think that's going to prepare you going into regionals and into area and onto state? You think that's going to help you guys a lot?
Yeah, we were excited about that. I mean, obviously, 6A, 5A wasn't a big deal to us. We think we can compete against anybody.
Yes, sir.
But playing the 6A schedule, I think, because like I mentioned before, we played a lot of close games. Mm-hmm. So I think that prepared us a little bit for postseason because we're going to be in some close games. There's a lot of good teams in 5A.
Yeah, it's great. A lot of great teams, and look at the deal is, going into, the regionals, you got all three teams on the same side. You got the Bombers, you got the Dale City Eagles, and then you got, the Carl Albert Titans, all top 10 teams in the state of 5A all in the same regional. Is that cool? I mean, and some of those things, I know some people's grumble about it, but I know at the end of the day, hey, you just want to put on your tennis shoes and lace them up and go play ball. So, going into like I said, the last few ball games. You have knocked off one of the better teams in 6A. So I know doing that has gave the guys a lot of confidence. I mean, how does that feel to you knocking off PC West?
Yeah, you know, it's about us. And we talk all year long. It's like they got to play us.
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, so no matter who shows up here or wherever we end up, you know, they got to play against us, and we feel pretty good about our chances because we're just going to do what we do. I think it's awesome that all three Mid-Del schools are on one side. I mean, obviously, we don't want to see each other in area, but it is what it is. I think it's great for Mid-Del. It's great for 5A basketball.
No.
It's going to be fun down the stretch.
I tell people all the time, Andy Collier got to be, tickled to death with the basketball programs and what's going on. You know, you look at Carl Albert's girls, you look at Carl Albert boys, you look at Middle City boys and look at Middle City's girls, and then you go over there and look at Del City. Same thing with their boys and girls. All of the teams are in the top 10.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing a great job in basketball. You know, it's so funny because Bomberland used to be football land, but you guys have changed the roots over here. Now it's become a basketball powerhouse. A lot of that has to do with, some great guys coming in and great coaching. But before we let you go, is there some guys that you know that's kind of stood out this year that's done some great things to help the team move forward?
Yeah, let me go back a little bit on something you just said about Mid-Del. I think a big reason for that, Andy does a great job, first of all. We have great coaches at all three Mid-Del schools.
Yes,
I mean, like going in to play Carl Albert, Del City every night, you know it's going to because they're so well coached on both sides. You know, I was fortunate to coach the girls for a year,
yes, sir,
and got to see that now with the boys. So I mean, that's the one thing about Mid-Del is our basketball coaches are really good, and not just good coaches, really good people, and they are a lot of fun to work with. Getting back to your next question, it's a great team. We have seniors, obviously. Jacobi and Kevon Artez obviously get a lot of pub because they're scoring, but really one of the things we've done really well is we've played our roles, and we have a lot of guys playing a lot of different roles, and I'm not going to spotlight any one guy. I think everybody has played their role well, and that's why we're playing as well as we are right now.
Well, Coach, like I said, man, going into regional this Monday night, you guys open up with who?
We open up at Santa Fe South.
Okay, then after Santa Fe, I know it's one game at a time. Because I really have no clue how the regional works because it goes from regionals to then area, and then off to state. And there's a good chance all three teams in Mid-Del can be in state. So
hope so.
That's kind of exciting. But like I said, I think what you've done this year with the team, man, lost for guys, but as the end of the day, you coach these guys up, and like you said at the beginning of the show, it's about planting and being a farmer and watering and getting them ready. So
one day at a time.
One day at a time. Well, Coach, I appreciate you coming on. We'll keep it 100 and good luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate
it.